Hello students, welcome back to my physics channel. In this video I am going to discuss about vector product, guys. Vector product. Vector product. See guys, in the case of vector product, what do you mean by vector product? By the name itself we can understand it is a multiplication of two vectors. So when you are multiplying two vectors, what happens? That's what we are going to discuss, guys. I hope you understand. So there are two types of multiplication we have. Two types of products we have. One is, write down the first type is, two types of products we have in the case of vectors. One is dot product, another one is cross product. What is dot product? One more name is there for dot product, that is scalar product, guys. Scalar product. The second one is vector product. So in this video, a clear cut understanding of dot product I will teach you. I will make for cross product one more video. Please guys, please make sure you should understand the concept in a complete manner. Okay, fine. Let me go with the dot product first. What is the product we are going to discuss now? Dot product. Dot product. What is dot product? One more name is given to this, that is scalar product. Scalar product. Guys, by the name itself you can understand what is dot product or scalar product. If you are multiplying, see the concept is product of two vectors. That means two vectors we are going to multiply. Okay, fine. If you are multiplying two vectors, then if the product is scalar, that is called as scalar product or dot product. So how it is possible? Let us multiply two vectors. Let me multiply force and displacement, guys. What is force here? Force is a vector quantity. What is displacement here? Displacement is also vector quantity. Then if you multiply both of them, what is the product you will be getting? Work done. Do you know what is work? Work is a scalar. So this kind of multiplication is called as dot product or scalar product, guys. Similarly, one more example I would like to tell you. Force and velocity. If you multiplied force with velocity, you will get power. So power is a scalar, whereas force is a vector, velocity is a vector. See guys, clearly you can understand here, when two vectors are multiplied with each other and they are giving the product as scalar, that kind of product is called as dot product or scalar product. Coming to the vector product, when two vectors are multiplied, they will give vector only. That kind of product is called as vector product. Fine. Later we will see the cross product or vector product. For now we have to understand dot product alone. Fine. Okay guys, I hope you understand what is the situation we will go for dot product or vector product. Okay, how to multiply two vectors in the case of dot product? That's what we are going to discuss. Let us move with some example. A bar is equals to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay. Say B bar is equals to I cap plus j cap plus k cap. How can you do the dot product directly? So direct method we have, that is called as mathematical method or direct method. How to multiply that we will see. So directly we will say the representation of A dot B is A bar dot B bar. Like this we have to represent. Multiplication process we should represent it by A bar dot B bar is equals to, that's all. Guys, you can see the coefficient of I cap is 3 here, the coefficient of I cap is 1 here. So 3 into 1, 3 into 1, that's it. The coefficient of j cap here is minus 2, the coefficient of j cap here is plus 1, plus minus 2 into plus 1. The coefficient of k cap here is 1, the coefficient of k cap here also 1, plus 1 into 1. So that's all. This is the answer for dot product, guys. This is what we will say direct method. Directly we can multiply the coefficients here. You will be getting the answer here. How can you find the answer? 3 into 1 is 3, minus 2 into 1 is minus 2, plus 1. So what is the final answer? Answer is 2. Guys, whenever you do multiply two vectors, if you are getting a number, that is called as dot product. See guys, it is a complete number. It does not have any I cap, j cap. There is no direction for this dot product, guys. I hope you are understanding. After multiplication of dot product, you will get only number alone. Number does not having any direction. Since it does not have any direction, it is a scalar quantity. That is why we will say it is a scalar product. I hope you understand. Whenever you multiply two vectors directly by using mathematics, you will be getting a number that is called as dot product or vector product. Sorry, cross product. I hope you understand this. Yes or no, guys? Any doubts on this? This is what mathematical understanding of vector product. Let me say one more example. Second example. This is the first problem. Second problem directly I can do. This is what called as direct method. Direct method of doing dot product. Second method. Let me consider second method. See, let me consider I cap, P cap. So P bar is equals to I cap minus j cap plus k cap, guys. Q bar is equals to I cap minus j cap, 2 I cap minus 3 j cap. Let me consider. What is that, guys? 2 I cap minus 3 j cap. Now the same question, A dot B, if you want to find, how can you find that? A bar dot B bar is equals to, yes, very simple. What is the I coefficient here? 1. What is the I component here? 2. So 1 into 2 plus, what is the J component here? Is minus 1. So you can write directly, no problem. 1 into 2, that is 2. Minus 1, minus 3 plus minus 1 into minus 3 plus 4. So plus 4. Here k cap how much? 1. Here k cap how much? There is no k cap, 0. So 1 into 0, 0 only, plus 0. So what is the final answer? 6 is the dot product here. Guys, are you understanding how to find the dot product here? See, any number of vectors, if you are giving any two vectors, then you are ready to find the dot product of them. Finally, it will give number alone. Every dot product is a magnitude. Number only you will be getting. I hope the direct method is crystal clear for you how to find the dot product by using direct method or mathematical method. Next we will go for graphical method, guys. How to find that dot product by using second method, that is graphical method. Okay, fine. Very simplest method. Next method is said to be graphical method of finding dot product. Write down method 2. Graphical method of finding dot product. Very simple this also. Let me draw A bar and B bar. This is what A bar graphically I drawn. A bar. Students, it is A bar, ma. Let me draw B bar. This is B bar, students. Magnitude of A is A only. A, we will denote just A. Magnitude means length, guys. You know, right? The tail to head, what is the length is called as magnitude. Magnitude of B is B only. Magnitude of B, length of B is B only. Okay, fine. Let me consider the angle between A bar and B bar is theta. I hope you understand, guys. Very simple. First A bar you have to draw, then B bar. Magnitude of A bar is A, magnitude of B bar is B. So length of A, total length of A is A, guys. Make a note of this. A, length of this. Now here, what is the component of B? What is the component of B on A we have to find. See, in order to do that, we should draw a line here. A perpendicular line between B and A. This is perpendicular. Let me consider the magnitude of B. The effective component of B on A is X. We don't know that, we want to find it. The distance between here to here. That is X, guys. Let me find out that X. If you want that X, you can use cos theta. Cos theta is equals to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is b here. Length of this is b, already I told you. So x by b, you can write cos theta. If you cross multiply this, x is equal to b cos theta, you can find. X is equal to b cos theta, you can find. Now, what is the graphical understanding of dot product is, you know, a dot b is equals to that b component on x axis, right now, b component on a bar into a. B component on a bar into a, that is what called as dot product, guys. B component how much? That is x. That is nothing but x into a is the dot product here. X into a is the dot product. X is magnitude of x, guys. It is not bar. Okay. Now, what is x value? That's already we found b cos theta. Into what is a value? Magnitude of a is a. So, finally, we will be getting ab cos theta. You can write. That is what called as a bar dot b bar, guys. I think, I hope you understand. It is very crystal clear for you is the second method, that is a dot b, a bar dot b bar is equal to a b cos theta. Do you know what is a bar, guys, here? Magnitude of, write down, guys, it is important, magnitude of a bar. What is b bar here? Magnitude of b bar. What is theta here? Angle between a bar and b bar. That's it, students. Very simple understanding here. There are two methods we have for finding dot product. One is direct method, it is mathematical understanding, directly we can find the dot product. The second method is, that is graphical method, ab cos theta. See, ab cos theta in a sense, a is the magnitude of a bar, magnitude means length of a bar, b means magnitude of b bar, that is length of b bar. What is theta here? Angle between a bar and b bar. This is how we are doing dot product here. Yes, I think, I hope you understand. Based on second method, what is the formula we got? A bar dot b bar is equals to ab cos theta, where theta is an angle between a and b, a bar and b bar. A is the magnitude of a, length of a, b is the length of b bar. That's all, guys. Now, what kind of problems we can do based on these two methods? That is what important concept here. Let me give some problems. I will do directly so that you can understand in a good manner. Guys, please focus here. Do not hesitate. If you have any doubt, you can give in the comment section. Definitely, I will help you in this. Okay, guys, let me take one example problem. Let me consider a bar is equal to type 1. One problem I will give you what kind of questions they will ask based on a dot b. So, you just write the formula, you know what is that? A dot b bar is equals to ab cos theta. This is the formula required for this doing any problem. Any problem you can do based on that problem. Okay, fine, guys. First problem, write it down. 3i cap plus 2j cap minus k cap. Let me consider b bar is equals to I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap. Fine. Any doubts in this? No doubts, guys. What they are asking question, write down the question. Find the angle between a bar and b bar. Interesting, no? See, they are giving two vectors, some random vectors, two vectors. They are asking us to find the angle between them. How can you find the angle between them? That is the task as given for us. The first task what we have to do is, exactly, first we have to find a dot b by using first method, mathematical method. Can you tell me what is a dot b by using mathematical method? Write it down. A dot b, write down, guys. Coefficient of 3 into 1, that is 3. 3 into 1 is 3. 2 into 2 plus 4. Plus is there, no? Plus 2 plus 2. Minus 1, listen guys here. Minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3. What is the final answer? 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, that is 10. Very good, guys. You got a dot b directly. No issues in that. But they are not asking a dot b, guys. They are asking angle between a bar and b bar. So now some more work is there to do. What is that? So a dot b we found here. Superb. Coming to what is a, magnitude of a. What is b, magnitude of b, how to find? Find magnitude of a. Okay, guys, how can you find magnitude of a? A is equals to square root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. Guys, we may ask one question here, minus 1 is there, minus 1 whole square also 1 square only. There is no issues here. Finding magnitude, you can neglect the symbols, guys. But for finding A dot B, you should not neglect the symbols. That point is very important. So 3 square means 9, 9 plus 4 plus 1. So square root of 14 you will be getting. Any doubts, guys, here? I hope no doubts. Next, similarly, I will go for B bar, magnitude of B bar here. Exactly. Fine, guys? Yeah. Now magnitude of B bar means 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. The same answer 14 you will be getting. 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 1, 14. That's all. So you know the magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar. Now let us substitute these values in this equation which has the second method. So now A dot B, what is that equation? A bar dot B bar is equals to AB cos theta. This is the value. Now what is A bar? A bar dot B bar. I hope you know what is A bar dot B bar. That is 10 already, you know. 10 is equals to, what is A? Magnitude of A, that is square root of 14. What is B? Magnitude of B, that is also square root of 14 into cos theta as usual. Guys, you know what is the multiplication of square root of 14 into square root of 14? 14 itself. So now cos theta, if you want to make a subject of cos theta, is equal to 10 by 14. So 2 5 jar, 2 7 jar. So cos theta is equals to 5 by 7, guys. If at all you want to find theta value, cos inverse of 5 by 7 is the final value of theta. Guys, I hope you are understanding very well about this. So our task has been completed. That is the task what they are asking. A bar dot B, angle between A bar and D bar theta is equal to cos inverse of 5 by 7 is the right answer. This is how we have to do the problems when they are asking find the angle between two vectors here. So you can take plenty of examples for this. A bar you can take something, B bar you can take something. Practice how to find the angle between them, guys. Definitely it will be a good practice for you all. Guys, are you understanding? Next, one more question I will ask you. Please concentrate here. Okay, second type of question I will teach you, guys. Listen here. Okay, fine. But do not forget this dot product formula. A bar dot B bar is equals to AB cos theta. It's a important formula always to be used here. Let me consider second question, guys. Let me consider second question. So given A bar is equals to I cap minus j cap plus 2a k cap. Given B bar is equals to 2a cap plus j cap minus k cap. Okay. Question is, write down the question, 2a. Highlight this pointer, 2a. Find the value of A, find the value of A if A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other. A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other. This is the question as given. Let me do how we are doing this problem. Okay, fine. What is our first method? Find A dot B. A dot B how much is? 1 into 2, that is 2. Minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. 2a into minus 1 minus 2a. That's all. It is nothing but, see guys here, 3 minus 2a. 3 minus 2a is the dot product. One task has been completed. I think you don't have any doubts on this finding dot product. Yes. Next. If A bar and B bar are perpendicular to each other, they have given. Perpendicular means theta is equal to 90 degree, guys. Theta is equal to 90 degree. Now, can you substitute this all in the equation? That first equation, what is that equation tells us? A bar dot B bar is equals to AB cos 90. Cos 90 value is 0. Cos 90 0 means everything will become cancelled, it will become 0. So, A dot B. Do you know what is A dot B here? A dot B here. 3 minus 2a is the A dot B is equal to 0. Minus 2a is equals to minus 3. A is equals to 3 by 2. That's all. Guys, are you understanding how to find a value? These questions are very important in maths also. They will ask different kinds of questions here. They will ask you to find the A value or K value or constant value something. So this is the way to find a value when they are giving this kind of problem. So what is the realization in this? What we have to consider here, a bar dot b bar is equal to 0 when a and b are perpendicular vectors or orthogonal vectors, we will say orthogonal vectors, then a dot b will become 0. Guys, any doubts here? Guys, any doubts here? This is how we are doing the problems here, guys. So I hope you understand this all product. And one more application, one more question I will give. Make a note of this, guys. Very simple and interesting problem which will be helpful for you in the work power energy concept also. So let me do this last problem, then I'll go for cross product. Yes, listen guys here. Let me consider force is given by 3 I cap minus 2 J cap plus 8 K cap newtons. Many times they have given this kind of problems, guys. Displacement is given by 2 I cap plus J cap minus not plus 3 K cap. Let me consider meters. But what they are asking here is, they are asking work done. What is work done they are asking? Find the work done by the particle or anything, whatever. So in this case, what we have to do here, work done is equals to force bar dot S bar, you have to write. Guys, this is very helpful for you in work power energy concept also. So dot product if you want to do means what, 3 into 2, 6, minus 2 into minus 1, plus 2, 8 into plus 3, 24. So what is the answer? 24 plus 26, 32 joules is the right answer. That's it. That's it, guys. How simple it is, see. Okay, shall we do one more problem based on this? Yes, make a note of this, guys. This is the, question number 3, I think. Next, one more question I will do here. Make a note of this, guys. Make a note of how we are finding the work done. Next question, very interesting. Consider the force given by 3 I cap, write down 3 I cap plus 2 J cap minus K cap. Write down the force first. And a particle moving from 1, 2, 3 to 3, 4, 7 point. See guys, it is position number 1, it is point number 2, that is position number 2. Okay, from where to where the particle is moving? Let me consider the particle is 1, 2, 3, three-dimensionally moving. This particle is 3, 4, 7. From here to here the particle is moving. What is the force utilized in this? Given force 3 I cap plus 2 J cap minus K cap is the force. Okay guys, now what they are asking is find the work done, they will ask. How to get the work done here? Very simple. First of all, you should find the displacement, guys. How to find the displacement? Very simple. This is I component, this is J component, this is K component. Displacement means from here to here they are telling no, from here to here they are changing. Yes or no? Now you can see what is here, 7 final point minus initial point. Guys, listen here, final point minus initial point. Final point here 7. 7 minus initial point here. I hope it is not correct. You can write 1, 2, 3. Clearly you can write x1, y1, z1. Here x2, y2, z2. Okay guys. Now final position, I component you have to take. We have to find the displacement vector. In order to find the displacement vector, first I component. See, x2 minus x1 into I cap plus y2 minus y1 into j cap plus z2 minus z1 into k cap is the formula for finding displacement here. Why? Because initial point to final point. So final distance minus initial distance is the displacement moved by that. That's why we can directly take this formula. Now we can substitute x2 minus x1, 3 minus 1, that is 2 I cap y2 minus y1, 4 minus 2, that is 2 j cap. z2 minus z1, that is 7 minus 3 plus 4 k cap. Write down guys. Or else if you want, I will take one more step here, better. 3 minus 1 I cap plus 4 minus 2 j cap plus 7 minus 3 k cap guys. So the last step we will be getting here 2 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 4 k cap here. This is called as displacement vector. You know displacement vector, you know force vector. You can write force vector here downside. Force vector how much? 3 I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap, that's it. So multiply this two dot product, you will be getting work done. Yes or no? Work is equal to, very simple, multiply this force into, you know that work is equal to force dot S bar. You know what is the dot product multiplication, how to do that? Yes, exactly. 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 2 plus 4. 4 into minus 1 minus 4. Plus 4 minus 4 cancel. Then answer is 6 joules of work the particle will do here. This is how we have to find the answer for this kind of questions guys. I hope you are well clear about the dot product, what kind of problems they will give in dot product and all things. When you are giving force and displacement directly, you can find direct method. If they are giving initial point and final position, they may give position vector also. That case, final position vector minus initial position vector we can find, so that you can find the displacement vector like this. Once you multiplied, product, this dot product of this displacement and force, you will be getting the answer of work done. Thank you guys. I hope this video is very helpful for you for understanding dot product in a good way. Thank you. Have a nice day.